An important job necessary each year to ensure the health and vitality of a bonsai is root pruning and repotting. It is a good idea wherever possible to prune back some foliage on the tree before root pruning to help balance the ratio of foliage needing to be fed with the amount of roots that will be left after we have pruned the roots. This is not a hard and fast rule for all types of trees and only really applies to trees that still have active foliage after winter, for example evergreens. Before removing your tree from its pot, check for any wiring that may become a problem, such as the tree still being wired into its pot. Also remove any moss, rocks or pebbles from the soil surface that you might like to reuse later. To remove your tree from its pot, hold it at the thickest part of the trunk as low down as you can and gently extract it from its pot. Put the pot to one side and get set up in a clear work area. Using a root rake or a similar tool, start to tease out the roots working from the top, along the sides and underneath, loosening soil and lengthening out the roots. Some force may need to be applied, but only use necessary force to get the job done, attempting to minimize as much unnecessary damage as possible. Push out as much of the old soil as you can and lengthen out the roots ready for pruning. The majority of roots are teased out and soil has been loosened, use a sharp, clean pair of shears to remove around a third of the overall mass of roots. To prepare the pot, make sure the drainage holes are covered with mesh and secured in place. Choose a front of your pot. Some pots may have blemishes you wish to hide or patterns, etc. Place a small amount of soil in the bottom of the pot and a handful of slow release fertilizer. To position the tree correctly, find the center line of your pot and then place the tree slightly to the right or to the left on this center line. You can tilt your tree left or right at this point to give it some character, and you may need to build up the soil a little to get a full view of any of the features of the roots and trunk base above the base of the pot, and make sure that the top of the tree leans slightly forward to the front. Once you've found the correct position, now is a good time to wire your tree into its pot if required. Start to replace the soil around your tree, poking it in gently with a chopstick or similar tool. You want to make sure you are filling any air pockets around the roots with soil, but not jamming in soil too hard, as we want it loose enough for new roots to grow into. You can now replace any moss or pebbles on the surface of the soil and make sure that you water your tree thoroughly.